Hello everyone, Chef Maka here. Thank you for clicking on this video. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys my recipe for minestrone soup made with whey. For those of you who are not familiar, whey is a byproduct of cheese making. When you make cheese, you get a solid part and a liquid part. The liquid is the whey and the solid is the curds. I have here in this jar 6 cups worth of whey, which I saved. I've been making a lot of cheese lately, and I find that most people just toss the whey instead of using it, but I save it for soups and making bread. Whey does have a small amount of protein and fat, as well as vitamins and minerals, which is why I don't like to waste it. The other ingredients for the recipe are as follows. I have here 8 ounces of white beans soaked in water, 8 ounces of pasta, 1 red onion and 1 head of garlic, peeled and chopped, 2 tomatoes, peeled and chopped, a pound of zucchini, and 2 carrots, peeled and sliced. For my seasonings, I have a teaspoon each, dried oregano, pepper, and all-purpose herb seasoning. I also have some Parmesan rind and some fresh basil for finishing the soup off. As mentioned earlier, I have 6 cups of whey as a liquid portion, but I'll add more water as needed. I also have oil for sautéing. And the first step is to sauté the onions and garlic, as well as start cooking the beans because they take the longest amount of time to cook. I'll show you that now. Alright, I got my pot preheated with some olive oil. Now I'm going to add in my onions and garlic. I'm going to saute for a few minutes till they get some color. Then I'm going to add in my diced tomato. Now that my veg has developed a little color, I'm going to add in my diced tomatoes. And I'm just going to saute those for a few minutes until they soften and break down. Now that my tomatoes have softened, I'm just going to add in a small amount of whey. Scrape off anything on the bottom and sides of the pot. And I'm going to transfer this to my blender and puree until smooth. So I just added the pureed vegetables and the remainder of the whey. Now I'm going to add in my herbs and seasoning. And I'm going to add in my partially cooked white beans. I just boiled them in a separate pot till they were about 75% cooked. When I found through trial and error that cooking beans from raw in whey takes a very, very long time. I believe it's the acid in the whey, possibly. This whey came from farmer's cheese that I was making, so it's already a bit acidic. And I think that the acid prevents the beans from softening, so that's why I just cooked them on the side. If you're using canned beans, that would be much easier. You don't have to worry about it. But now I'm going to let this simmer together for about another 20 to 30 minutes until the beans are fully cooked. Oh, I almost forgot. One other ingredient I'm going to add. I'm going to add the Parmesan rind. I just chopped it up into smaller pieces. And I'm just going to put a lid on it and let that simmer. Alright, now that the beans are fully cooked, I'm going to add in the next set of ingredients. This includes the pasta, and the zucchini and carrots. Now I'm going to return this to the heat and allow it to cook for about 15 to 20 minutes until the vegetables and pasta are soft. So this is the final result. I just took it off the heat and added in the freshly minced basil. I also added a dash of vegetable bouillon to adjust for seasoning. Please try out this recipe and leave a comment below. Thank you for watching.